Welcome to the Clubhouse, and we're learning all about James. The book of James is a great book. When we want to hear from God, we want to hear His voice, we want to know what He wants us to do, but we ask ourselves, how do we get the wisdom? Well, the book of James gives us the answer as to how to get wisdom from God, to know what He wants us to do and how He wants us to do it. James, absolutely one of my favorite books in the New Testament. James was written by the brother of Jesus, probably the next oldest to Jesus, so the oldest brother of Jesus, Jesus being obviously the oldest. The beauty of this book, I really love the fact that we can look at how we relate to God and the wisdom that we can get from God. If we need it, we ask, and God provides it. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives generously. Hey, God is generous with His wisdom. We just need to ask. Yeah, James had the exact same kind of problems that we have with our brothers and sisters. We ask ourselves, how can this person be special? So he was wondering how in the world Jesus could be who He says He is. And he's really kind of curious about this. He's trying to figure this out. It confuses him. He really doesn't appreciate it. And it brings all sorts of attention to James that he doesn't like. Hey, it's brothers, right?
It was pretty stable, wasn't it? It was relatively stable with us holding it, but now, does it feel very stable?
No, not really. It's like a hammer.
Flip this up so they can see what it's floating on there.
It's a ball. It's only a ball.
Okay, so now if you are like...
This is a little scary. Not as hard as using a Bible.
Okay, so the Bible verse says, if you don't doubt, because if you doubt, it's like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. So it is definitely not stable like it was a moment ago. And this is like doubt. When we ask for God's help, expect God to help. Because if you don't expect God to help, then it's very unstable and doesn't really feel very safe, does it?
It's just really fun. It doesn't really serve.
Okay, so it's a good thing we got two strong guys holding on the end of it, huh?
I'm strong.
Because we are helping to keep it safe for you. But it doesn't feel, it's kind of like being on a ship and out at sea. Whoa! Oh!
I almost fell off.
Well, I know.
But I'm okay.
Yeah, we stabilized it again. And that is exactly what doubt does. Doubt messes up your faith. Doubt takes faith and makes it so that it doesn't work. If you ask God for help, believe that He's going to help you. Don't be like a wave at the sea that's blown around by the wind. Trust God. Be solid. Trust God. Believe in Him. That, when I talk to God and I ask for help, I absolutely know that God is going to help me. I know it. There is no question in my mind. I've seen it too many times. I know that His word is true. Believe that God will help. Don't doubt. Because when you doubt, things are a little wobbly.
Take the ball out. Let's take the ball out.
When Jesus rose from the dead, James went from a doubter to a believer. He went from a person that said, this is just my brother, I don't know what to think about this guy, to a person that realized that this was the Son of God. And when he stepped out in faith, he learned what it meant to be powerful and walk with God. He learned what it meant to be a follower of Jesus.